Hey, this is Organically Designed. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Savannah, and this is a savvy crafting session.
And today we're making homemade body scrubs. So today we're basically making two types of sugar scrubs, and these are the ones that we use the most. That's going to be your basic sugar scrub. So I'm going to teach y'all how to make a base, different things that you can add into it to make it your own, depending on what types of scents and things that you like. And then we're also going to do a brown sugar vanilla scrub, which is Savannah's favorite. And we're going to be teaching y'all how to do that because it's going to be a little bit different than our normal base that we're going to be talking about for our others. So let's get started on the things that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and go over all of the tools that you're going to need and some of the basic ingredients, and kind of discuss some other alternatives that you could be using as well. So one of the first things that you're going to need is a bowl, a mixing bowl. You don't need anything that big unless you're going to like double, triple this recipe or more, and you're going to be doing a big batch. I do just a few small jars of each kind of scent, so I don't really do anything majorly big, so it keeps it down to like a couple cups per mixture. So a bowl, I prefer a metal one, that's just my preference, and then a hand mixer. You can also mix this up by hand and no big issue. That's my preference. I like to keep my body scrubs in jars, so you can have various size jars. When I'm gifting body scrubs, I normally do 4-ounce jars. I get these at Walmart. They're pretty inexpensive. I like the little crystal outlay on these. These are by Balm. They also have these really cute 4-ounce ones that actually look like the traditional jars. And then today, because I am making a couple bigger ones that I like to keep, especially the brown sugar vanilla is a huge hit in our home, I do the 8-ounce, and I got those to match those crisscross crystal. They're called the quilted crystal jars, so you can see the difference in size. And all of these are made by Ball. So as far as things you're gonna need, that's basically it. When it comes to the ingredients, you're gonna need coconut oil. You can do organic coconut oil. I get these in a 2-pack from Walmart. It's just more bang for your buck. So I buy a couple of these 2-packs at a time. It's 30 fluid ounces. So coconut oil, you're gonna need your white sugar, and then brown sugar if you're going to be doing the brown sugar vanilla with us. Then for the brown sugar vanilla, you're going to need vanilla extract. All of these ingredients are fully edible. I don't know if I'd actually ever put them in my mouth myself, but they're all edible. Now, here are some like different things that you can put inside of your basic sugar scrub mix to kind of like juice it up. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some of the extra little addeds that you can do to your basic mixture of a body sugar scrub. So raw honey. So you can do that in one. You can do sweet almond oil. I'll be putting this in a future video for some homemade lip oils. Same thing, vitamin E. Great for the skin. Lemon. So I don't really actually put the juice of the lemon in it, but I do a lemon zest in one. And then here are the essential oils. These are the ones that I like the most. Eucalyptus, lavender, actually love those together. Lemon, which I could do with the lemon zest and lavender, actually really good together. Tea tree oil, peppermint. I love the peppermint with the lemon as well as a lemon mint. And then if you like the fruity stuff, mandarin. So these all came from Walmart, except for these two came from Target. But everything else I got at Walmart. So let's get started with our basic base for our body scrub. Okay, so we're setting everything up for our base of our basic sugar scrub. So this is just gonna be like anything that you're gonna be basically making your body scrubs, like this is the base of it. So we've got our white sugar, we've got our coconut oil that's a little chunky, and you'll notice as you mix it, it gets creamier because once it cools down, it goes to a solid, and then when it heats up, it turns into an oil. If you haven't worked with coconut oil before, we have our 4th cup. I like to use the regular 4th cup measuring cup because I use it over and over again for the coconut oil. And then I like to have a separate one for the sugar. So I'm using my glass one here. And then we've got our hand mixer ready to go to kind of mix everything up really well. So first we're going to be adding in a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. I kind of split this up. The total recipe is a 1/2 cup, and the total recipe for the granulated sugar is 1.5 cups, but I do a 1/4 cup coconut oil to 3/4 cups sugar, just because that coconut oil, when mixing it, it does tend to clump up, and to get that consistency I like, that partial creamy, partial coarse texture that I like to kind of just split it up when I'm mixing it, so I'm not trying to do too much at one time and then too much of the coconut oils beat down where I'm still having clumps. So this just works out better for me. Feel free to put the whole recipe in there together. It isn't a lot. This is just how I normally always do it. And we're going to be mixing this up really good here. So here is that first little half batch. As you can see, I've got a little bit of creamy, a little bit of coarse, that nice little mixture that I have there. And you're still gonna have some clumps here and there. If you need to break them up, just break them up with your hands. If you want to, the natural heat from your hands is going to reduce the coconut oil from more of a solid to a liquid. And if you're wanting your body scrub to be more coarse, feel free to add in more sugar. And if you're wanting it to have more of that creamier, smooth texture, you can always add in a little bit more coconut oil. And you see here now I'm about to add in that second half of my mixture. I like mine just slightly on the creamier side, but not super creamy, because I still like the exfoliant, the high exfoliant from the white sugar. So I'm going to do just a very full 1/4 cup when it comes to the coconut oil this time. So my total mixture is going to be just over 1/2 cup of coconut oil, and then still another 3/4 of the granulated sugar, which is going to be the 1.5 cup to finish out our base for our basic sugar scrub. So here's our completed base, which is the 1.5 cup granulated white sugar mixed with the 1/2 cup of coconut oil. And like I said before, mine has just over a little bit of 1/2 cup. And now we're going to be getting our 4-ounce jars, because I'm putting together these little mini gift sets for Mother's Day for a couple sweet moms. So there's a couple different ways that you can do these body scrubs. So you can use this one big mixture, and
add in your 20 drops of essential oil, or break it up between 10 and 10 if you're using 2 essential oils, and break it down even further if you want to add in like lavender buds, lavender flowers, dried roses, lemon zest, which I'll explain because I am going to actually be doing lemon zest in this one. So you can do that as one big batch if you're going to be doing multiple jars, multiple gift sets, but I'm only doing a couple small gift sets. So this is actually going to get me about 5 4-ounce jars. So the first one that I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to be doing mandarin. So I don't add any color or food coloring to my mixtures, which you can. I've just never done. The mandarin essential oil, which you will see here, has a slight orange color to it. So you'll actually see that in there. And since it's going to be in such a small jar, we're only going to be needing like 2 to 4 drops of essential oil in the one jar. So we're going to lightly scoop and not fill it all the way up, just a light scoop to the edges there, and then slightly just mix it around, and then we'll be able to put in our essential oils. We don't want to completely fill it up yet and pack it down yet because we do have to mix in those oils really well. So here I'm prepping those 2 jars for the mandarin. Now I'm doing my prep for my lemon mint one that I'm going to be doing. And again, we're loosely filling it, we're not packing it yet. And then I'm doing a 5th one for a special request for a lavender one. And you can see in the bowl, I still have plenty left over to fill and compact those later. So we're starting off with the mandarin. This is super easy. It's 1 essential oil. Like I said, we're going to be doing 2 to 4 drops. You see this one has a little bit of coloring to it, but once it's mixed in, it really dilutes that color. So if you're concerned about any sort of colors, it's totally fine. It gives off a really like sweet citrus smell. It's really good. So you're going to mix that one up really well. Add a little bit more on top. Lightly mix that in there more, and then pack it down. It smells so good. You can add a label to the top of these, which is what I'll show y'all that I'm doing later on. I've also done ribbons going with the like color coding them. So like on a mandarin one, I would do like a orange yarn or an orange ribbon, or you can do a little tag hanging off the side. I'm keeping this simple because I am putting them in gift bags this time with little chalk labels on the top, which I'll show y'all. So the mandarin ones are done. You can see how super easy the single essential oil ones are. So the next one that I'm doing is I'm going to be doing a lemon mint, which is lemon essential oil, lemon zest, which I'm doing right now, and peppermint. So that does the lemon mint. Now, since I'm doing fresh lemon zest and not dried lemon zest, it does give off a lot of lemon scent. So I really only add in another 1 to 2 drops of the lemon essential oil. So I'm breaking down the lemon zest into the 2. You don't need much, just really a pinch in each. And then I'm doing a few drops of peppermint in each one. And then what I normally do is I mix that up and I see where my scent is. If it's more pepperminty than lemon, then of course I'll go back and add that extra 1 to 2 drops of lemon essential oil. And then mix it in there really good, and then I can add that extra little mixture on top, stir it some more, and then pack it down, and I'm ready to put the lid on it. And this one's really fun too because you can actually see the lemon zest mixed in there, and again, no dyes. The last one that we're going to be doing here is going to be pretty much just like your mandarin one because it is a single essential oil one, and this is lavender. I personally like lavender, is one of my favorite ones to make. I'm doing a lot of these lavender and citrus ones right now because of spring and summer, but during the winter I do a lot of lavender eucalyptus, or eucalyptus by itself, or peppermint by itself, which I love peppermint by itself for foot scrubs. So here I'm going to be using my Crafter Square metallic marker in white that I got from the Dollar Tree, along with the circular chalkboard adhesive labels from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using those as my labels for the tops of my jars. They fit on perfect, and the other awesome thing is they're super easy to remove, which means that whoever I give the jars to can easily reuse the jar, or they can give them back to me if they want some more body scrubs made, and I can easily put a new label on them. If y'all have any requests of different types of body scrubs and combos that y'all want to know how that I do, like I said, I only put a few different ones in this video. Make sure you leave a comment below, and I'd love to add in a video with some new recipes on them for some fun ones, and I'll definitely be back to do some fall and winter ones as well. Here's putting on the labels. Again, I had to readjust a couple later on, and they were super easy to take off and went right back on. And doing constant labels and things like that, that's why I love going to the Dollar Tree for my labels, and they just look so cute, and being handwritten, they just give a special little touch. Now we're going to be making the brown sugar vanilla body scrub, and this is probably the easiest one, even though it has 4 ingredients in it, because you don't have to play around really with the essential oils at all. So this one has half a cup of coconut oil in it. It has 1 cup of the granulated sugar in it, and then the half cup comes from the brown sugar. If you want it to be a little bit more brown sugary, always add in more brown sugar. If you want more exfoliant, then you're going to add in more of the white sugar. And then if you want more of that creamy texture, of course you can add in more of that coconut oil. This is a little bit of a creamier one than your basic sugar scrub, just because the brown sugar has some natural oils that excrete off of it. So you get a little bit creamier texture from this one, and then adding in a vanilla extract, which is a little bit heavier duty, and you add in more than essential oil would be, so you have another added creamy texture. So there's 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then you're just going to mix this up until everything's broken up pretty good, and you'll see it here. It's going to have a kind of like an oatmeal color, and like I said, if you want a little bit more of that brown sugar scent to it, you can always add more brown sugar. I'm going to be jarring these into 2 8-ounce jars because I'm doing my 2 kits for people, and this makes just as much as those like 4 to 5 4-ounce jars as I did. So I'm going to really compact this mixture into 2 8-ounce jars to complete my little mommy gifts for a couple of sweet friends. So you're just going to spoon it in there and compact it down. And again, this one smells really, really good. You're going to smell like a little treat, a little snack when you're done using this one. I'm using my chalkboard adhesive labels again from the Dollar Tree, along with that white metallic marker from the Dollar Tree. It's my favorite go-to for labels, as I mentioned before. And this is just super cute.
So as y'all saw, homemade body sugar scrubs are extremely simple to make. I'm going to make sure that I put my recipe for them down below in the description. Y'all be sure to check it out. If you have any questions about how you do the drops per small jars or how you do it for a bigger batch, feel free to comment below. If you loved doing these homemade gifts for family and friends, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And for more things, cleaning, organizing, and creating, hit that subscribe button to follow all the things that we're doing here in my household. Thank you so much for visiting Organically Designed. And as always, happy organizing and have an amazing rest of your day.